Hey everybody, Bloodman Bobby here. So, the day has finally come where it's taking a look at not just one, but actually several previews of Disney's channel's upcoming show, The Ghost and Molly McGee. I'm still trying to get used to saying its new name. I still wished it was called The Curse of Molly McGee. But that aside, I thought the premise of the show is interesting. You have a ghost named Scratch who is supposedly like forever tied to this girl named Molly McGee, and they have very opposite personalities. It seems like Scratch is more of a pessimist and Molly's more of the optimist. So I wanted to look at these previews here today. So we're gonna start off by, I think this is a clip from the show. So let's get into it. There's Scratch.
I'm just a puffy little bunch of bubbles.
Hey, Scratch!
Whoa!
Molly, turn around, please!
Oh, what's the big deal? You don't even wear clothes.
Yes, but I
Oh,
happen to be
I
emotionally
see.
naked right now. What's so urgent that you ripped me away from my me time?
I'm afraid, Scratch.
Now
I do like the art style.
Be specific, please.
Oh, I know you've said that you're really popular in the ghost world.
Yes! Yes, I am.
This club is only for popular ghosts, not the worst of the worst.
Unbelievable.
He doesn't belong here.
Seriously, who does he think he is?
Yeah, I'm very popular. Like #1 on the list, if there was a list, but of course there's
Yeah,
not.
right.
For everybody else.
I do like the art
Rich,
style of the
so you
show,
probably
first of
can't
all.
relate, but today
Room kind of
is the
reminds
first
me
day
of
school,
the room
and our family
Mabel and
moved a
Dipper's
lot,
room
you
from
know,
Gravity
like,
Falls.
A lot. So trust me when I tell you the first day of school in a new town is super important and the stakes have never been higher. Do you realize that even one eensy-weensy embarrassing mistake could turn me into a social outcast forever?
You'd be ruined.
Exactly.
You'd have to leave Brighton.
Probably in the dead of night.
Curse would be broken, and I'd be back in this house by myself.
You know, actually now that I'm talking to you about it, I hear how
Interesting
ridiculous
notes.
all my fears sound.
I don't think that's ridiculous at all. I think
It's gonna be fine.
no, it's going to be a disaster.
And I love making people happy, so I'm bound to make tons of friends.
Not on my watch. This will be the worst first day in the history of first days. I promise, McGee.
Nice creepy imagery.
Nice try, Scratchy. I already re-energized my positivity. Thanks for being a sounding board. Bye.
She bothers me.
Can't believe you're all mine.
Okay, that seems pretty interesting. So I kind of feel like it gives a taste of the dynamic between Scratch and Molly. Maybe it even seems like it comes from the first episode. When Scratch was saying that, oh, if things go bad, Molly, you might have to move away, and that means to move away, then you won't have to be tied to me. So I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with that. So the reason that part seemed really interesting to me, because it makes me wonder, did Molly and her family happen to move to the place where Scratch resides? And maybe that's part of why he's supposedly cursed and stuck with Molly. So I'm really curious to see how that goes. And also, we get a bit of the dynamic between Scratch and Molly. Scratch seems to be more like downbeat and pessimistic, while Molly initially is really nervous. I mean, you know, it's natural being nervous on the first day of school, and she was indicating that she has moved around a lot, but she was able to rechannel her thoughts into positivity. And even when Scratch tried to like scare her and thinking that shit's gonna go down, and she was like, yeah, right, I've managed to channel my feelings into positivity. So I think this preview gives an idea of the dynamic. I'm wondering what the rest of the episode is going to be like. Is Scratch going to like sneak around Molly's school and try to make things miserable for her? It definitely seems like the ingredients of like a relationship that starts off where the two characters don't exactly get along. I would say between the two, Molly seems of the more or positive of the two in terms of how they interact with each other, but it does kind of seem like the thing where it seems like I wouldn't be surprised if in the episode itself, Scratch tries something and Molly is like, "Why are you doing this? What are you trying to do here?" So I'm curious to see if that's what's going to happen in the episode. Also really like the creepy imagery. It's funny, when I saw this preview got posted earlier today, I was like, whoa, that looks really creepy. What's going on? I thought the show was meant to be comedy. And, of course, the preview itself was more comedic in a way. But I do like much of the art style, and the creepy imagery really does come off as legitimately creepy. So I thought that was also pretty well done. Yeah, I really like the use of the green and purple colors in this scene. Okay, so now we're going to look at the animatics of the intro. I know that Disney has been doing this a lot lately, where they've been showing the animatics of some of the scenes from their shows, like from the Star versus the Forces of Evil finale, or the fight between Ida and Lilith in the Owl House. So let's see what they got here.
Can't believe you're all mine. You and me for all time. I'm never, ever, ever gonna be alone again.
Oh boy!
The dream team, you and me.
For all eternity?
For all eternity. It's a ghost and Molly McGee.
I've been cursed. It's the worst.
Now you're
Seems
stuck
pretty
with
good.
me.
We're never gonna be apart. Is there a way to hit restart?
Nope, we're the ghost and Molly
Eating tacos.
McGee. That's me.
Well, let's see. The Ghost and Molly McGee.
Seems pretty nice. I like the music that goes along with it. Again, also plays into their dynamic, was showing that Molly wants to be friends with Scratch, but Scratch is not exactly willing to make this relationship work. Like I said in previous discussions I've had regarding the show, I think it's going to be the kind of thing where much of the comedy comes from Scratch being the more downbeat of the two, while Molly is more of the optimist. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get into situations where Molly's really excited to be in comedic situations, but Scratch becomes like the butt of the joke or something like that. But through it all, I could see the two characters becoming closer friends. I'm sure, like, throughout the series, the dynamic is going to be a thing where it's like Scratch is annoyed with much of Molly's antics, but Molly's always, willing to make things work. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see more of that in the show itself. Okay, so we got another animatic here. Let's check it out.
We could start out with a super happy picnic at the park, then hit up the aquarium and watch him feed a shark. It's Sunday, it's Saturday, let's go out and make this an awesome best friend day. Your cash, your 90-inch TV, your cryptocurrency, your giant SUV, which to be honest, you should probably consider selling anyway. Electric cars are affordable and reliable, and we can each do a little bit more to decrease our carbon footprint.
I'm just a red-blooded, hard-working regular guy.
So it looks like the music of the show.
I ain't ever shopped on Rodeo Drive. I'm just an ordinary guy.
Anyway, I was thinking tomorrow let's...
She's loving and she's thoughtful. I can't bear to see her go.
Aw, maybe it's best if I send her a text.
Get away from that phone. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to hurt her.
Molly, don't you see? Nobody wants to hurt her, but better her than me.
When I drop that boom, I hit you by surprise. Slow to up your mind, don't believe your eyes. Don't give up, even if you feel stuck. Get your guts to up, so when you're gonna get lucky. Everybody needs a hand, but you can't understand to see the plan. Any trouble you have will be effectively corrected when you're least selected. Abraham Lincoln was the man. Abraham Lincoln was the man. Everybody give the guy a hand. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was the man. My best friend's bar mitzvah. Celebrity DJs play at my best friend's bar mitzvah.
That's it, I'm converting today.
It's my best friend's bar mitzvah. So beautiful you'll shed a tear. She's telling the world she's no longer a girl. Her womanhood is almost here.
Holy cow. Okay, that was something I didn't really expect to have in the Ghost of Molly McGee. So it looks like there's a lot of musical energy in this show. I'm wondering if the songs are going to be as frequent as Phineas and Ferb, because it's funny, when the show was first announced, I was expecting it to be, like sort of a comedy adventure, much like what we've seen with a lot of Disney Channel shows lately, but I didn't expect that they were going to show so many songs. So it looks like, to some degree, probably more often than I'm thinking, there's going to be a lot of songs in the show. It looks like they're really well planned out. I mean, it's animatics, but I could see what they're going for, and given what we've seen with that first clip that I showed you at the beginning of this video, maybe there's I think they could pull it off. It looks really well done and ambitious. Is really fun. I mean, I'm honestly kind of beyond words. I just thought that many of those song scenes were really cool, and hopefully we'll get to see some catchy tunes. We even see some characters that we haven't been really introduced to yet, and maybe we'll get to see more of them down the road. Yeah, so yeah, I thought those were pretty decent song sequences, and I'm curious to see what they're gonna look like in the final animation. I'm really curious to know what we're going to see with the ones, especially the ones that feature Molly singing about what she wants to do on a Saturday, and the one where she's singing about the friend's bat mitzvah. Maybe we'll learn more about this friend down the road in the series, and of course when the final animation is complete. But I definitely can sense a lot of ambition coming from a lot of the animatics that we've seen, and judging by what we saw in the clip at the beginning of this video where it was fully animated, it does look like it's going to be like a very creative, really colorful, and well animated series. So this is probably the aspect I didn't really expect the most in terms of this. The show is going to have its fair share of songs. I'm curious to see if it's going to be as frequent as something like a Phineas and Ferb, but I would say this is a really welcome addition, especially nowadays. Not that current Disney Channel shows don't have songs or anything like that, but not to this degree. So I'm very curious to know if we're going to see them to the same extent as something like a Phineas and Ferb. So these have been the previews for the Ghost and Molly McGee. It certainly looks like a pretty promising show. I'm really curious to know if this is going to be one of these shows that relies on a continuity, or if it isn't, or if it's going to be one of these shows where it's like the first episode starts off pretty happy and well, but then by the end it gets so grim a character may as well be dead. So I'm really wondering what direction they are going to go with this show when the Ghost and Molly McGee premieres. So let me know your thoughts down below. I'm pleasantly surprised that the videos I've done on the Ghost and Molly McGee have done as well as they did. I'm really appreciative of the people that supported these videos. Let me know your thoughts on these 3 previews that I've shown you in this video. And until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos, and ring the bell to be notified about my latest uploads. Don't forget to follow me on social media for my latest opinions and video updates. I hope to see you next time.